Hi there. This video is going to show you how to draw angles on the coordinate plane using that new measurement of radians. So I wrote you some quick notes up here. Um, just remember to start on the positive side of the x-axis and move counterclockwise for positive angles and clockwise for negative angles. So if we're looking at just some x and y axes, positive angles start on this side of the x-axis and move in that direction for positive angles. Negative angles start in the same place but go in the other direction. So we'll look at the first example. We're going to draw an angle that's 5/6 of pi radians. So knowing that this is 0 and over here is 1 pi, and all the way around the circle is 2 pi, then where would 5/6 of pi be? 5/6 is going to be less than 1, and so the angle is going to end up in the second quadrant. So one way that you can figure out exactly where it's going to be is you can think about, well, if I had to split the top half of the circle into 6 places, or 6 even spaces, they might look like this. There would be 3, and then that would make 6. And so to travel 5/6 of pi radians starting at 0, we would go right here and stop there. The next example, -7/4 of pi in radians. So again, this is 0, this is pi, and we would still start in the same on the positive side of the x-axis, but we're going to go negative, so the clockwise direction, 7/4 of pi. So we want to split this into fourths. And just keeping in mind, of course, it's not perfect, but keeping in mind that it's half a circle for pi. And so you want to split the bottom half into 4 and then the top half into 4. And the reason why I'm splitting each into 4 is because that's the denominator of this fraction. So to go a distance of -7/4 pi, I'm going to start at 0, go clockwise. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that is an angle whose measure is -7/4 of pi in radians. On the last example, we have a number that's more than a full circle. So remember that every time you travel half of the circle, you've gone a distance of pi. And so 10/3 pi would be equivalent to 3 1/3 pi. Now, we never label angle measures using a mixed number, but it's helpful in thinking about how we're going to draw this angle and where it's going to land. And so here's my 0, and here's pi. And it's a positive 10/3. So again, every half circle is a distance of pi. And so there's 1, 2, 3 pi to get there. And then we need to continue 1/3 of pi after that. So 1/3 of the bottom half of the circle would be about here. I'm going to extend my arrow to touch that. And that is how you draw angles and radians in the coordinate plane.